from New Hanover County Schools Television, powered by students. This is your school news.
Welcome to your school news for the week of May 23rd through the 29th of 2016. I'm Marley Hughes.
And I'm Alexei Nezhoyev. Topping our newscast this week, Laney High School holds 7th annual Slam Jam event. Judge Jay Korpening holds court over Trask Middle School's Thai Mitzvah. And Parsley's cafeteria staff presents the school with the word of the week.
Topping our newscast this week, Laney High School has hosted its 7th annual Slam Jam. This year's Slam Jam was focused on sexual violence. The Slam Jam event included a weekly-long effort to unite the student body against sexual violence and spread the message that sexual violence should not be committed or condoned. We have a report on this year's event from Owen Shields.
Laney's 2016 Slam Jam Expo theme was No Means No, focusing attention to the growing sexual violence problem in society. The event featured a host of fundraising efforts for local organizations that help support victims of sexual violence. Also at the expo, numerous educational booths that through gameplay help to educate students on the facts and figures of sexual violence in today's world. No school wants to draw attention to a problem, especially if it makes a school look like a potentially dangerous place to study. However, the students at Laney felt it was important for everyone to understand the problem and ways to stop it.
So we decided, it originally came out as sexual assault, but we talked to one of the teachers here at school, and he explained it a little better to us, and he got us to get it in a broader topic of sexual violence, which includes rape, sexual assault, all of that, so it gets a lot of it done.
Slam Jam is a student-led faculty-student basketball event that is planned and implemented by the Laney Sports Entertainment Marketing 2 class that brings awareness through service learning to current issues within the community.
We've been doing the medical, like what you do after you're sexually assaulted, and we have it step by step what you should do. But the main thing we want you guys to focus on is not to shower or clean yourself afterwards, because that gets rid of the evidence. And 90% of women, right after they're sexually assaulted, take a shower to like clean it themselves because they just feel disgusting afterwards. But it'll help you in the long run if you don't.
Sexual violence takes a toll on the emotional, mental, and physical state of all the victims and their families. Several booths at the Slam Jam focused on the numbers. 80% of victims are under 30, 44% under 18, and 15% are under 12. Leading up to the expo, the Laney Sports Entertainment Marketing 2 class has created a service learning awareness week to create awareness about sexual violence.
And then we had Jersey Thursday to show that we're all on the same team. Then Freedom Friday, where we all wore white to symbolize that we will not commit, condone, or remain silent about sexual violence. Then we had the weekend, and we kept everything going through Twitter. And then on Monday, we had Make a Pledge Monday, where it came up with, we had a banner that we had everybody sign, again going with the will not commit, condone, or remain silent, just to really hit hard that trying to get rid of all this sexual violence.
While recent reports on sexual assault have focused on college and university campuses, there's reason to believe that the problem starts long before students ever arrive on campus. Sexual assault rates are reportedly just as high and even higher for high school students than they are for college and university-age students. Reporting for your school news, this is Owen Shields.
New Hanover County School students recently participated in state-level National History Day competition held in Raleigh. The following students from New Hanover High School, led their teacher Justin Fischetti, have qualified for the National Level History Day competition in June at the University of Maryland. Taking first place in individual website design was Brandon Punzelin with his project History of Flight. Taking first place in group exhibit was the team of Caroline Alutne, Lena Armstrong, Hemant Megan, Thomas Johnson, and Cameron Redding. Their exhibit was entitled The Railroad and Telegraph in American History. Finally, in second place in the group performance category was the team of Bella Idol, Anna Jarnigan, Griffin Nakovich, Chance Schmidt, and Ludo Zerli. Their performance was entitled Ellis Island.
New Hanover County's Chief District Court Judge Jay Corpening visited 6th and 8th graders at Trask Middle School for the second annual Thai Mitzvah. Judge Corpening kicked off the event with stories about his upbringing. He shared tales of his youth, outlining moments where good judgment led to good choices. He connected it all with education and things he learned throughout his public school and college years. He told the students that life isn't always going to be easy, that they will have many moments when they'll feel like quitting, but that it is important to think about their choices and push forward. Afterwards, the judge's presentation, it was time for the presentation of ties to each of the young men who had hard work and dedication to their schoolwork had moved them from the bottom of the class to the top. During the presentation of ties, Judge Corpening told the young men that ties were a symbol of successfulness and professionalism. Some of the students indicated that this was their very first adult tie, and they were delighted to have Judge show them how to tie their neckties. Parsley's Vocabulary in Action, Word of the Week, is a school-wide program designed to build an understanding of essential vocabulary in students from kindergarten to 5th grade. Each week, through a video presentation, vocabulary words and concepts are presented to the student body. Students are challenged to use the word as many times as they can during the day, at lunch or at recess. Parents are included, as they are challenged to try to guess the word of the day each Monday night by noticing overuse of the word by their children. Teachers and staff use multiple resources to encourage integrated use of the words, and students are encouraged to use of the words in their writings. To really give the weekly words extra punch, many times staff members and students are used in the videos to showcase the vocabulary words in action.
Schools can now apply for grants with the Cape Fear Garden Club. In order to be eligible for consideration for a grant, your application must meet the following criteria. Applicants must be a charitable nonprofit organization as defined under Section 170 of the Internal Revenue Code. Your project must be readily accessible and within New Hanover County, and all monies from the grant must be applied towards cost of materials for planting soil, additional or enhancements, and irrigation systems. Grant monies may not be used for labor costs, individual tools, delivery costs, buildings, other hardscapes, or administrative overhead costs.
Now, when your school news continues, we have an exciting lunch menu forecast.
Plus, coming up in 60 seconds, we'll have reports on student place well at 2016 State Science Olympiad competition. Career Readiness Academy becomes an NAF Academy of Finance. Ashley students compete in International Science and Engineering Fair.
This is Your School News on cable and online. Look for our blue logo for all the latest news online at www.nhcs.net. Please friend NHCS TV on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Don't go away, we'll be right back.
Body language. Without saying a word, it can tell you so much. Like someone is having a stroke. Know the sudden signs. Learn fast. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time. Time to call 911 immediately. The sooner they get to the hospital, the sooner they'll get treatment. And that can make a remarkable difference in their recovery. Learn the body language, the sudden signs, and spot a stroke fast.
Welcome back to Your School News. New Hanover County's middle and high school students recently participated in the 2016 State Science Olympiad competition. The tournament was held at North Carolina State University with over 300 schools from across the state in attendance. YSN reporter Kathy Kale has the full report on all the winners.
Every year, North Carolina's Science Olympiad hosts regional tournaments on university, community college, and public school campuses around the state. These tournaments are rigorous academic interscholastic competitions that consist of a series of different hands-on, interactive, challenging, and inquiry-based events that are well balanced between the various disciplines of biology, earth science, environmental science, chemistry, physics, engineering, and technology. After the regional events, winning teams converge on the campus of North Carolina State for the state competition. Winners at this year's state events in the B Division were Noble Middle School under the leadership of Coach Sarah Muston. The team placed 10th overall in the state, taking second place in air trajectory and scrambler. Noble teams also placed 7th in duct tape challenge, 8th in food science, and 9th in meteorology. Placing 14th overall in the state was Murray Middle School, coached by Brian Hoff. Murray took 4th place honors in air trajectory, 5th place in fossils, 6th place in elastic launch glider, 8th in Write It, Do It, and 9th place in green generation. Finally, in the B Division, Roland Grice Middle School placed 21st overall in the state competition. Roland Grice is coached by Joel Kay. The team placed 6th in Bioprocess Lab, 7th in Experimental Design, 9th in Duct Tape Challenge, and 10th in Bottle Rockets. In the high school division, known as C Division, Hoggard High School, coached by Steve Clark, placed 10th overall in the state. The Hoggard teams took 3rd place in It's About Time, 4th place in Invasive Species and Hydrogeology, 6th place in Disease Detectives, 7th in Bridge Building, 8th place in Food Science, and 9th place in Fossils. Both Isaac Bear and Laney also did well at the State Science Olympiad. Isaac Bear teams took 3rd place in Stuck on Science, 6th place in Hydrogeology, 8th place in Astronomy and Codebusters, and 10th place in Bridge Building. Isaac Bear is coached by Brian Bishop. Laney's teams were coached by Sharon Sicario, and they took 1st place in Codebusters, 6th place in It's About Time, 7th place in Invasive Species, 8th place in Dynamic Planet, and 10th place in Duct Tape Challenge. The challenging and self-motivating events of NCSO align with the North Carolina Standard Course of Study, as well as the National Science Education Standards. The events are designed to enhance and strengthen both science, content, and process skills. Reporting for your school news, this is Kathy Kale.
New Hanover County Schools has released its official 2016 high school graduation ceremony schedule. We start with our 3 non-traditional high schools. Isaac Bear College high school students will graduate on the May 28th at the Burney Center on the UNCW campus at 10 a.m. Wilmington Early College High School will also hold their ceremony on May 28th. Their ceremony will be held at 1 p.m. in the Cape Fear Community College Humanities and Fine Arts Center. Finally, the Career Readiness Academy Mosley Performing Learning Center will hold its ceremony at Snipes Academy of Art and Design on June 10th at 7 p.m. Now, the 4 traditional high school graduation ceremonies are scheduled for Saturday, June 11th at Trask Coliseum on the campus of the University of North Carolina at Wilmington. Hoggard High School ceremony will be at 9 a.m. New Hanover High School ceremony will be at 12:30 p.m., Laney High School ceremony will be at 4 p.m., and Ashley High School will close out the day with their ceremony at 7:30 p.m. To review the complete graduation schedule, you can go to the school system's website at www.nhcs.net.
The Career Readiness Academy of Mosley Performance Learning Center is now an official NAF Academy of Finance. Brooke Rice, the National Academy Foundation Southeast instructional leader, visited the Career Readiness Academy to complete the Academy assessment. The Career Readiness Academy achieved member status by meeting criteria throughout the year. We have this full report on NAF and how it helps students succeed.
The National Academy Foundation is a 32-year-old nonprofit that sustains a network of career-themed academies across the United States. In a career academy, they've combined college and career.
We really approach that in 3 stages. The first is to help a young person build awareness. What are the different types of careers that are possible.
The Academy of Finance courses that we've taken really taught you what is the best option for you post-high school.
The second stage is really exploration. Our students typically don't have access and exposure to professionals.
Walking to a business office is actually kind of exciting. We're always in school and we always know how academics go, but when you go into business, it's a totally different world.
It makes us realize that it's not only what we see right now. There's a world outside of high school.
Then the third place is actual preparation. So what are the skill sets that they need to develop to be prepared? So for example, helping to do resume writing, practicing interviewing skills.
I think that the Academy of Finance definitely helped me how to look for a job. My interview skills were definitely helped me to get a job after college.
The culminating experience is an actual paid internship. So this is where students get to actually apply the theory, the lessons, the skill sets they've acquired in their academic experience in a real workplace setting.
The NAF students probably make our best interns because their high school experience is really geared toward finance.
And we see students that come out that are really employable. They have skills that aren't just learned through textbook. They have real-world experiences.
It's great for the kids, and for us, we get really strong interns out of NAF every year.
And we do have NAF graduates, NAF alum that work at KPMG now full-time.
The thing that inspires me the most is that when I see a CEO, I want to be one day. I see myself in one of them.
After high school, I want to work at a company like KPMG. I definitely feel that I'm college and career ready.
After high school, I plan on going to Binghamton and I plan on studying accounting and hope to be a CPA.
I plan to be the first person in my family to go to college. My dream goal is Columbia University. I can't wait to accomplish my goals. I want to be able to say, one day I had a dream, now I made it reality. And without a NAF Academy, I would not be able to accomplish it.
The Career Readiness Academy is still accepting applicants for fall 2016. Applications are available on the Career Readiness website at nhcs.net/mosleyplc. Interested families can also contact their school counselor for more information.
Congratulations to Nathan Kinsey, who represented Eugene Ashley High School in Phoenix, Arizona at the Intel International Science and Engineering Fair. The Intel International Science and Engineering Fair, a program of Society for Science and the Public, is the world's largest international pre-college science competition. Approximately 1,700 high school students from more than 75 countries, regions, and territories showcase their independent research as they compete for approximately $4 million in prizes. The fair is the premier global science competition for students in grades 9 to 12. Nathan won a special award for excellence from the Coalition of Plasma Science, which came with $1,000 in prize money. His sister, Ellie, also traveled to Phoenix as a student observer and helped out Nathan on the showroom floor demonstrating his project.
Now, don't go away. Coming up, New Hanover County Schools Advisory Council for Exceptional Children holds an appreciation tea.
Plus, we have a look at the education across the nation and Education Index and what's on tap for lunch with the Lunch Billow Fair.
Your school news will continue right after the break.
On race day, both fans and drivers get a lot of seat time. But staying idle too long can hurt your performance. I'm Casey Kane, asking you to make healthy decisions. Take a walk, play with your kids, or take the stairs. Any activity will give you an edge. You've got a choice. Get moving. Eat smart, move more. North Carolina.
Welcome back to Your School News. It's time for our Education Index, a look around the nation and the world at some of the top stories in education. Topping the index, the same day a government report found that racially and economically segregated schools are on the rise, exactly 62 years after the Brown versus Board of Education decision, U.S. Secretary of Education John B. King Jr. reiterated his message that it's essential that the new K-12 education law ensure students of color and those in poverty get additional and crucial academic resources through federal dollars. In a meeting with reporters at the U.S. Department of Education headquarters, King said that the department will look to ensure through robust regulations that federal Title I aid to students from low-income backgrounds is truly supplemental. But that's part of a wonky but important provision of the new Every Student Succeeds Act called Supplement Not Supplant. The regulations will be designed to address serious funding inequities, not just between districts, but within them. A strain of so-called super lice has hit a reported 25 states, causing concern and frustration among parents because the bugs can't be killed with the most over-the-counter treatments. The treatments, known as pyrethroids, had a 100% success rate in 2000 against lice, but now only work in 25% of cases. A new FDA-approved treatment called Ariel, which was developed by Lice Clinics of America, has been found to be effective against the super lice, with treatments costing about $170. While some insurance companies will cover the cost of treatment, experts say that the likely best medicine in the situation is prevention. Parents should teach their children about the repercussions of sharing hats, hairbrushes, and contact with another's hair. For those parents whose children do come home with lice, experts caution not to panic and stick to what they know. Old-fashioned nitpicking will help, but may take longer than usual. Experts instruct parents to vacuum where hair has fallen, wash bedding in hot water, and throw stuffed animals and clothing in a hot dryer for 20 to 30 minutes. Finally, after navigating a big yellow school bus through an obstacle course that tested driver skills in a mastering diminishing clearance, backing, making a tight turn in parallel parking, Avery County Schools bus driver Mitch Banner was named the best school bus driver in North Carolina at the annual State School Bus Rodeo, held last Thursday in Raleigh. Banner received $500 cash prize and will represent North Carolina in the International School Bus Driving Competition to be held this summer in Greensboro. And that's this week's Education Index, a quick look at some of the interesting education stories from around the nation and world. Now don't go away, we'll be right back with the Lunch Bill Affair. This is your school news on cable and online. Look for our blue logo and all the latest news online at www.nhcs.net. Also check out NHCS TV on Facebook and Twitter.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. You know, but it's always the same basket, and it's always in the same place. And then she acts so surprised when I find them, but, you know, she's putting them in the same basket. Again. It's like, hello, that's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
Welcome back to your school news. It's time now for this week's Lunch Bill of Fare. Our lunch menu specialist, Hunter Ledman, is standing by in the newsroom with this week's school lunch menu, so parents, students, teachers, and everyone working with New Hanover County school systems can plan their lunchtime options.
Welcome to the Lunch Bill of Fare here on your school news. I'm Hunter Ledman, and we have an assortment of different classics and sides from around the world. So let's dig into this week's lunch menu. On Tuesday, May 24th, enjoy the American classics of chicken and waffles, Salisbury steak with a biscuit, and buffalo chicken pizza. Your cafeteria will be serving Redskin mashed potatoes with gravy, California vegetables, and fresh fruit. On Wednesday, May 25th, jump into the line for a buffalo chicken wrap, corn dog nuggets, and bacon cheeseburger. Your sides consist of pasta salad, glazed carrots, garden salad, and applesauce. On Thursday, May 26th, your favorite school cafeteria will be serving your favorite food, beefaroni with a breadstick, chicken fajita with Spanish rice, and a chicken filet sandwich. Sides include Great Northern beans, veggie sticks, and fresh fruit. On Friday, May 27th, start the weekend off on a high note with popcorn chicken and a roll, meatball hoagies, or a pork chop sandwich. Don't forget to grab a side of mac and cheese, broccoli with cheese, garden salad, and local strawberries. Want to hear a healthy tip? I got one for you here. Eat unsaturated fats like avocados, nuts, tuna, and olives. These types of fats are considered good fats for your body. Now avoid unhealthy fats called saturated fats. These fats include fried food, baked goods, and packaged snack foods. Eating good fats contain lots of omega-3, which the body can't produce alone. Now on Monday, May 30th, enjoy the day off since it's Memorial Day. Make sure to pay respect for those who fought for our freedom. Now looking back at this week's lunch menu forecast, we have a wonderful chicken and waffles on Tuesday and spicy buffalo chicken wrap. Sides throughout the week consist of fresh fruit, applesauce, and local strawberries. Well, that's all for this week's Lunch Bill of Fare. I'm Hunter Ledman from the newsroom. Back to you.
Thanks, Hunter. Don't forget, you can also catch the Lunch Bill of Fare during the morning show here on the Learning Network, and get lots of healthful nutrition information online at www.nhcs.net/nutrition. Now, don't go away. Coming up, New Hanover County School Advisory Council for Exceptional Children holds an appreciation tea.
I'm starving. What's for breakfast?
Guten Tag!
Johannes, Ross!
I bring you arts-enriched Raisinblams, fortified with increased test scores and creative problem-solving skills.
It's good!
And good for you.
Bobby? Susie?
Don't worry, that's just the power of the arts!
Feed your kids the arts. For 10 simple ways to learn how, visit AmericansForTheArts.org.
My cell phone number and John's cell phone number. Hey, pretty. And number of the restaurant where we're going to be. And oh, I've left you my pager number too, just in case, because you never know. John, you have the gift?
The odds of a babysitter calling 911, 1 in 1,400.
Anything should happen, please don't hesitate.
The odds of a child being diagnosed with autism, 1 in 150. You know the odds of autism. Now learn the signs. Go to autismspeaks.org.
Welcome back to Your School News. New Hanover County Schools Advisory Council for Exceptional Children held an appreciation tea to award and recognize those who go above and beyond for students who have special needs.
Individuals honored contributed selflessly to children with special needs in New Hanover County schools during the past school year.
Those individuals served as peer models, book buddies, student helpers, regular education teachers, crossing guards, bus drivers, school resource officers, secretaries, school nurses, community contacts, school volunteers, administrators, service groups, and parents. If you saw the name of someone you know who was recognized at this year's tea, give them a call and tell them thank you for working and support New Hanover County students with special needs.
Well, that does it for this edition of Your School News. Recapping some of our main stories. Laney High School held its 7th annual Slam Jam event. Judge Jay Korpening presented ties to students at Trask Middle School Thai Mitzvah, and Parsley Cafeteria staff presented the school's Word of the Week.
Remember, Your School News is on cable and online, and don't forget to start your morning with our light and lively morning show, weekdays at 6 a.m. I'm Marley Hughes.
And I'm Alexei Mizhuev. On behalf of the entire YSN crew, thanks for watching New Hanover County Schools TV on the Learning Network.
Have a great day.